Guess whose birthday it is today? That's right, I know I'm wearing Slytherin clothes, but it is Harry Potter's birthday. Woot woot. My name is Fien, and today I'm going to do the Harry Potter spells tag. So the Harry Potter spells tag was originally created by TurtleSympathy, and you will find a link down below. Whoop-ha! Expecto Patronum, a childhood book connected to good memories. Wow! This book is Children of Mother Earth, or Kinderen van Moeder Aarde, written by Tia Beckman. It's probably one of my favorite books by her. The world has been destroyed by our generation, and the land reshapes, and what used to be Greenland has now turned into Thule. And in Thule, only women reign because they believe that men destroyed the earth, and they want to respect nature as much as possible. But somewhere else on the world, there are men ruling, and they are trying to conquer the rest of the world, and they end up in Thule believing they know better than this society. But what I loved most about it was the first futuristic book I've read, and it's a masterpiece. If I remember it well, I read this while I was on holiday. I enjoyed it so much. If you are able to read this in Dutch, do it. It is beautiful. Expelliarmus, a book that took you by surprise. It was Panic by Lauren Oliver. Every summer there is a game called Panic in a town where there's not a lot to do, there are no jobs, it's the crisis, and people are getting desperate to get out of town. And this game creates an opportunity, because if you win the game, you can win a jackpot, and with that jackpot, you are able to go wherever you want. The game is played by, I think, the seniors, and Heather is one of them, and at the spur of the moment she decides to join Panic, and we get a series of dangerous tasks, deathly tasks, and at some point something happens which took me completely by surprise, and I could not believe it. They would actually put it on that kind of level, and it scared me so much. Prior Incantato, the last book that you read. Where is it? Oh, silly. Accio, last book I read. It is the Single Girl's To-Do List by Lindsay Kelly. Rachel, who is being dumped by her boyfriend of 5 years, and she finds herself drunk and lost with her best friends in a pub, and they come up with the Single Girl's To-Do List. She has to finish this list, and this list takes her on quite a few adventures to becoming a single. It's such a lovely read. It's chick literature, obviously. I loved it, I adored it. I'm a big Lindsay Kelk fan, and I honestly believe that this character, Rachel, has been written a lot better. I actually want to read more about her because she seems more believable and more real than all her other characters she's written before. Alohamora, a book that introduced you to a genre that you had not considered before. I'm really going to be cliché about this, but it is the truth, I can't help it. And I am picking the Dutch version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Stenen Wezen. This book introduced me to the genre of fantasy. When this first came out, one of my friends in class read this, and I asked what this is about, and she said, oh, it's about a guy and his name is Harry Potter and he is a wizard. There was something about it that didn't really say, oh, I want to read it, until I did and realized that this book was about to change my entire life, because man, I love fantasy. I love it. Riddikulus, a funny book you've read. About a girl by Lindsay Kelk. The reason why I picked up this one is because even in the prologue it had me laughing. She's got something with iPhones. This is another chick literature book. It's the first one in the Tess Brooks A Girl series. Tess wakes up on a day thinking she's going to get the promotion of her life, but she gets fired, and then she decides to steal the photo camera of her flatmate, and she goes to Hawaii to pretend she's a photographer for a magazine, and she tumbles from one mistake to the other and making the lie even worse. Sonorous, a book you think everyone should know about. I Am Number 4 by Pidicus Lore. I've read it, I loved it, and I think you should all pick it up and read it. It is science fiction related because number 4 is an alien and his name is John, and he is the next one to get killed, so he has to hide, and there are a few things happening, and I thought it was a quick read. It kept me interested. Everything happened with the right kind of pace. I have absolutely no bad comment on this. This book is perfect. Not as perfect as Harry Potter, but perfect enough. It gets close. It's really getting close. Obliviate. A book or spoiler that you would like to forget having read. I would pick up my book, but I've lent it out to a friend. It is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I might have known what happened at the end. Someone mentioned a certain event that may or may not have done something that I hated, and I was still at book 1 and it was frustrating. Just saying. Still not happy about it, and I think you know what I'm talking about if you read it, and I don't want to spoil it. Kind of upset me that I knew. Imperio, a book you had to read for school. The Two Towers, second one in the Lord of the Rings series, written by J.R.R. Tolkien. I had to write about a fantasy book, and I was really into Lord of the Rings at that particular moment, and let's just say it wasn't a wise decision, and it was so tough and so hard, and I can't believe I actually read this for school and used it to analyze it because it was so hard, and I was so glad I've watched the film first, or I wouldn't have understood it. Crucio, a book that was painful to read. It is The Duchess by Amanda Foreman, and if there is one book I would never ever recommend reading, it's this one. Oh my god. This book took me forever. I started reading this, I got to page 100 something, and it bored me. It bored me. I died a few times getting to page 100, and then I just put it aside, waited for an entire year, and then it annoyed me that it was on my currently reading list on GoodReads to reread it from the beginning. It just took me a month and an entire year, but a month, and never read it. Seriously. Avada Kedavra, a book that could kill. Previous one could kill. I am seeing this question as 3 books that could kill, and the obvious 3 books are these one. First one is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. For obvious reasons. Sirius Black. I'm still not over it. It still hurts so much. Also, if that's not gonna kill anyone, Half-Blood Prince. For the other obvious reason, Dumbledore. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Hedwig, Dobby, Fred, Remus. You've killed James Potter. You've killed Lily Evans. You've killed Sirius Black. And now you had to kill Remus Lupin as well. Murderer. This was the Harry Potter spells tag. I don't know who I want to tag with this, so I'm tagging you. If you feel like doing it, just do it, and make sure to let me know when I'm going to watch it, and I'll see you for the next time for another video. Goodbye.